when I'm directing, I know that I I think I can communicate with actors in a way that they know that I wouldn't put them through anything I wouldn't do, and that I have been in their shoes, so I know what I'm asking of them.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I love your shirt. It's so
Oh,
cool.
thank you. Thank you.
I
That's
love
for
it.
you, for Plan
Oh,
B.
I love it. It's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk
Of
to you.
course. It's nice to talk to you.
Ve- yes, very excited for this. I don't know if this is your director debut or consider or language lessons is the first one that you did. I don't
It's
know because both
it's
of them are
It's
together,
weird.
right?
It's kind of both. They were simultaneous. I made them at the same time, which I know is wild, but it is true. We started this in. I mean, I've been working on this movie since 2019. No, 2018, I don't know, a while. And then we were going to start shooting it in March of 2020. So we did all pre-production. We like had everything set up, and then we got shut down the day before we were going to start because of COVID. And so then in the middle of lockdown is when I made language lessons. And while I was editing language lessons, I was prepping to do this again in October, and then shot this. So they were really at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
It makes no
congratulations.
sense to me either, but yes.
Yeah, but congratulations on language
Thank you.
lessons for the South by Southwest narrative spotlight. I
Thank
like
you.
it a lot. I cannot wait to watch that one. But let's talk about Plan B and what attracted you to the script.
I just thought, I mean, I love comedy, and I love when, especially comedy that centers women and has women in real roles with real dialogue and real bodies and real problems and real situations, because I think that's what I want to see. That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel represented in a way. And I also love the teen comedy. I love being able to. I had never seen a movie like this with two women of color at the lead, who were just as raunchy and just as crazy as any other teen movie that you had ever seen. But the quest behind the movie isn't like, let's get to the cool party or let's meet the cute boy. It's let's get basic healthcare. And I thought that was really great, and it was I had never seen anything quite like it, and so I was excited to do that.
Yeah, me neither. I think
Yeah.
was a great like you is different, and I think Kuho and Victoria are great. How
Yeah.
was like the process? Not just them. I think the whole cast is very diverse, but how was like the process to cast those two perfect actors to play to
I know.
to play the protagonists?
I'm so glad you think so. We cast. We actually had a different person. We had Kuhu and we had someone else who couldn't do the movie when we reshot in September, and it also, sorry, when we started shooting again in October, and the script changed quite a bit, and she had scheduling conflicts, so she couldn't do it. So we had to recast our lead like 3 weeks before we started shooting. And because of COVID, they had to meet and they had to do their chemistry test all through Zoom, which is very, very difficult as an actor, because you have to instantly act like someone is your best friend who you've never met before through the worst communicating service there is, because it's so hard to read. You're reading lines with somebody that you don't know when the timing is going to be, and they just blew us all away. They were immediately the right people for the roles, we all felt like, oh wow, this is exactly who it's supposed to be, and it was immediate.
Yeah, I like because they are so different, but at the same time they're so equal. They can be best friends, and I love that part of the movie. Their friendship. Yeah, right.
I think that that's so representative of like my best friends, who are similar to me in some ways, but also extremely different in other ways, and I like that about them.
Yeah, and for you, like you finished like filming this one in the middle of pandemic. How I think that was a challenge, but did you, aside from this one, How was the biggest challenge that you had?
I mean, that was big. We were one of the first productions that I had heard of to go back to filming, and I was scared, not only for myself but for a crew. I was like, I don't know how people can relax and work when they were afraid of this, afraid of this thing that we're all afraid of. I don't know how to communicate with an actor when I have a mask and a shield on. I don't know how to, it's just something I've never done before. And I was really lucky in that our production company, who did the entire production, was so incredible in their COVID protocols that no one in our crew or cast ever got sick. There was no scares, and we were all tested so often, and our protocols were so strong that actually it felt like the safest place to be, because you knew everybody on set was good to go. And then we were able to relax for the first time in months and like actually get to work and actually have fun, and also get to be with people, which was very exciting at that time because everybody had just been alone up until then. So to get to be with people and to get to make something you love and do, and everybody gets to work in the thing that they love to work in, that was really, really fun. So it actually ended up being much less scary than I was anticipating. And also we shot right before and during the election of 2020, which was also an incredibly stressful and insane time for everybody. So there was a lot of crazy stress going on, but I think everybody was so passionate about this and everybody was having such a good time that it kind of made us stick together, and it made us have a really good time doing it.
Yeah, and you, like being an actress, that help a lot being a director. Do you think that they feel more comfortable working with you like that?
I think so. I mean, as an actor, I always feel more comfortable working with an actor, because, or at least most of the time, because at least when I'm directing, I know that I think I can communicate with actors in a way that they know that I wouldn't put them through anything I wouldn't do, and that I have been in their shoes, so I know what I'm asking of them to do. So I really like that, and I think it does really help. I always think that any director should at least take an acting class, because it is helpful to know what you're asking of people and what's possible and what you can imagine. It's people are not just like puppets that you can make do what you want, whether they're in the cast or the crew or whatever. So it does help to be able to put yourself in people's shoes.
That's amazing. Natalie, I just want to thank you so much. I would stay here and talk to you more and more. But I would just want to thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you. A lot of success. And I cannot wait for language lessons as well.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you too. Bye-bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.